Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the three tips that's helped me withdraw over 10K plus a month since 2025 started. I've been on this prop firm journey for it's been about 2.5, 3 years. I've been through a lot of different firms and I've had success along the way. I've had opportunities where I've made income and withdrawn profits from the market and from the prop firm, but it just was never consistent. I just had this cycle, this repeated cycle of the same thing happening over and over and over and get a little bit of success, then it falls down. And that's what led me to the idea of today's video. We're just going to go ahead and dive right in. Tip number one, when you're trading, have multiple accounts. The reason why I recommend having multiple accounts, especially if you're just starting off and you're trying to use trading and you're trying to use prop firm to build that buffer and build that cushion to fund your own live account, you probably don't have a lot of expendable income already set aside. It takes away the pressure of just having just one account. If you are trading and let's say this week is a drawdown week or this week is not going as fast as you want, it takes away the pressure of this have to be the account, right? So you're not micromanaging your trades. You're not closing your trades early because you're like, oh man, I have to secure profits on this account. So having multiple accounts literally just take away a lot of the pressure. The best example I have of that is I'm funded 300K with Top Tier right now. There was a period in time where the 200K was down over 7.5%. And I felt that part of me like, dang, man, you're very close to that 10%. If you get to that 10%, this is it. You got to start all over again. So you know what I did? I went and I bought a 100K challenge. For some reason, as soon as I bought the 100K challenge, it was just a sense of relief because my mindset then, worst case scenario, you do lose this 200K account, so do have 100K that you'll still be in the progression of completed. It just took a lot of weight off of me, and literally the next week, that 200K account was up 2% in profit after being down close to 7.5% the week prior. Have multiple accounts, whether it's 250K account, 200K account, 100K and a 50, 100K and a 200K, whatever the split you want to do, it helps keep that stress off of this account needs to be the one that gets funded. Tip number two is losses are okay. I went through this cycle where I was okay with losses for a very select period of time. I can take a couple losses and I'm okay, but as soon as it started getting closer and closer to that 5%, then my brain just started going, you know what?
That was a fucking lie.
My brain just started psyching myself out and telling me like, hey man, you're down close to over 5%. It's not worth it anymore. Just go Hail Mary. Just do something stupid that you haven't been doing because it's already probably gone. When you're in that type of mentality, it's easy for you to make that stupid mistake and do the stupid thing in the hindsight kicking where you're like,
come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I could have just waited for another trade. But at some point, losses are going to happen. You can't really control that, how the market moves. Sometimes everything's going to be perfect. You might get wicked out. I would recommend for your edge is just back test it a good amount of times and see what it will be with the wins and with the loss. That's exactly what I did. I back tested my edge. If I had literally just stuck to my edge, I would have had 3 losses this week, but 2 trades alone would have made back all the losses and I would have been up 3%. And I kept doing that week after week. Every week wasn't perfect. It was a gradual progression over time and me looking at my edge every single week. Friday and Saturday wasn't like the market's closed, it's time to go party. I mean, I enjoy myself, but the main thing for me was go back and backtest your edge. So just seeing that over time and over time and over time, it just reinforced that belief that, hey, losses are okay. If you just stuck to your edge, you would have definitely got out of the drawdown. And that's exactly what happened. Just fully accept that losses are a part of the game. Tip number 3 is have a long-term mindset. I cannot stress that enough. What having a long-term mindset can do for you. I remember there was a scenario, it was a funded account I was trading and it was down to $92,000. So I had lost 8K already and I had $2,000 left until the account was officially blown and officially gone. I caught 3 solid trade opportunities that brought me all the way up to $98,000. So I made $6,000 within that single week. And this was a 100K account. So I made 6% within a single week. With a long-term mindset, the thought process there is, bro, you just made 6% within an entire week. You caught the move you were looking for the week. But instead, my brain, because I wanted everything right now, you just made 6%. Damn, now you can risk 2% out of this and you can potentially pass this account way faster, which in hindsight, if this was already a funded account and you made 6%, you wouldn't be thinking like that because you're not funded yet and you want to be funded so bad that you go and you make that mistake and then the moves that you were already waiting for the week and you already caught, now you're chasing moves that wasn't a part of your plan. Now that greed start coming in. And it all stemmed from not having a long-term mindset, because if I truly accepted and had a long-term mindset, when those thoughts and those inclinations kicked in, it would have been easier to find a way to overcome or get out of that situation or get away from the chart and not succumb to the thought of I need it right now. Those are the 3 tips I would personally recommend. Now, obviously, there's many tips and many suggestions on what you can do to become more consistent and be profitable in 2025, especially if you're taking prop firms. But from my reflection very recently, those are the top 3 that I would say that's helped me become more consistent. Number 1, having multiple accounts to take the stress off. One account needs to be the one that get you funded. Number 2, fully accept that losses are part of the game. As long as you have a winning edge, trust your system that with the losses, you're still going to be profitable in the end. Number 3, have that long-term mindset where you're not trying to rush and you're not trying to get everything right now. Thank you all for tuning in, man. If you're new to the video, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you want to check out more videos on my channel, click this right here below. Hit that notification bell so you're notified when I do post another video. I am going to be posting a lot of content as far as tips, tricks, different trades I take, and just different things that's helping me progress. And, hopefully it can help you too. So thank you all for tuning into the video, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.